What is up, guys? It's your boy Victorious, back again with another video. I said I'm back again with another video. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys how I always get whatever I want, right? Me as Victorious, but you can too. So smash the like button, comment below what you think, subscribe if you know this, get to it. One practice that I've started adapting is like writing down things, like lists of things that I want, right? Because it's funny, growing up, I always grew up hearing like, no, you can't have this, you can't have that, right? Like I always just grew up listening to that, like hearing that, like there's people like saying that to me, right? So I have that programming in my head of like, oh, like, well, I used to have that programming in my head of like, oh, you can't have, they're gonna say no, right? It's funny because I was looking through because there's this meme, right? And it says the worst you can say is no, and then it's like the train being destroyed and it says ew. Right? That's like honestly the worst thing that you can say, right? So it's like when you hear no, like you don't want to get rejected, right? And it's like you don't even want to. Sometimes when we hear no, like if you have a parent that they're always saying no, that it's like you don't even want to ask, right? And I feel like that's why a lot of guys, they don't really go up to women like that, because they were like, it's probably because their parents would always tell them like, no, you can't have that, right? So it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like the same thing. But one thing I started doing was like writing down lists, right? I started writing down lists of just things I want, right? And it's kind of crazy how like a lot of those things, they do come true, right? Like I feel like one thing I heard about manifestation is that when things manifest, they always appear like they were going to logically always happen anyways, right? It's like the way that I explain manifestation to like people, well, I've never explained to anyone like that, but the way that I understand it, because a lot of people will say like, oh, manifestation isn't real, like whatever, right? I always remember the day that it finally clicked in my head that like manifestation was real. And it's funny because I think I ate a mushroom, right? I ate like a mushroom and I was drawing it. Maybe it was that day, I don't know. But I remember I was like, because I didn't know what manifestation was. It's not like I didn't believe in it. I mean, it's like it's a word, you know what I mean? It's like construction. It's like when girls say like, oh, manifestation, you gotta manifest it, right? It's like the same thing as like a guy saying like, oh, you have to construct it. Like you wouldn't clown a guy for saying, oh, we must construct this thing, right? Because to construct something means that it doesn't exist, and it's like to manifest it means that it doesn't exist, but now it does. So it's like manifest is like literally a synonym to like construct, right? So it's like, it's always weird to me whenever to me, I feel like you sound more crazy not believing in manifestation than you do believing in it, you know what I mean? Because it's like not believing in manifestation is like not believing in construction, because manifestation literally just means that it's like it's in your head, now it's in the real world, right? So it's like however it manifests itself physically is how it was manifested, you understand? So it's like, I don't understand why. It's because like I guess it's because people are like, oh, it doesn't work because I said I'm a billionaire and now I'm not, right? And like 2 seconds I'm not. But it's like, okay, but you have to like, because the thing is, all right, so look, this is why manifestation is like basically important, because if those thoughts aren't in you whatsoever, then it won't happen, right? Because it's like, I look at my like older people, right? Like, I don't want to necessarily say my grandparents, but it's like obviously like the older generations, they like believe that was, oh, you gotta do hard work, and then when you hard work, you'll get what you want. But like, bro, I've literally manifested, bro. I manifested yesterday, bro. You can't tell me manifestation doesn't work, bro. All right, so this is the craziest story ever, right? I was I had my ex co-host, right, and I was like, when I was doing my Going Deep podcast with my ex co-host, right? My old co-host. He was he was always on every episode with me, or like most episodes with me, right? And it's funny because I enjoy doing the podcast with him and whatever, right? And it's funny because yesterday I was or the day before yesterday, right? I started a new podcast, and I called it Notorious at Night. You guys should go check it out on my 6 Feet page. And I literally shot it yesterday, right? And it felt like a podcast, right? It felt like, I'm podcasting, right? And I didn't really want to shoot it because it's like I have so many things I'm working on right now. It's like, damn, to add another thing like the podcast. But I was like, whatever, bro, I'm just gonna do it anyways. So then, I literally shoot the podcast, right? The next day I go work out, and my homeboy, he had told me that he was gonna fly me out to LA, right? Next month. Right now it's November, so he told me like at the end of the next month he'll fly me out, and I was like, all right, I'm back. And it's so funny, bro, because I was in the gym last night, right? It's like 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning. I'm in the gym, or like 2 in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning, around that time. I'm in the gym on the Stairmaster, like I'm every single day, bro. Like every single day. I don't change my routine. Like I do the same thing every day. And all of a sudden I'm like thinking in my head like, I should invite him to LA with me. Like why not? He went to LA with me last time, so let me see if he's down to go with me again. And it's so funny because it's crazy as fuck because I'm like thinking that shit, and then this motherfucker just appears behind me, bruh. Like I've gone to the gym every single day this year. Notorious, has gone to the gym every single year. Every single day this year. Every single day. I've never seen this nigga a day in my life in that gym. I've been going to that gym for 5 years, bruh. 5 motherfucking years. Never seen this man in there a day in my life. Maybe I have, I don't know. But I never see him, right? Every time I go, I never see him. The day I shoot my podcast, the day I shoot my first podcast by myself, it's like the next day I go to the gym and then I see him. And I went up to him, I was like, bro, I literally manifested you, bro. Because why I'm thinking right now, I should invite him to go to LA with me. And then I look back, right after I have that thought, and I see him walking by me. It's 2 in the morning, no one in the gym. There's really no one there, bro. We're like the only people in there. And this guy just appears, bro. So it's like, if you tell me that manifestation doesn't work, I'll look at you like you're crazy, because it's like, what are the odds, right? What a coincidence, what are the odds? Anyways, whatever. What was I saying? I guess that's like another that if you think about it, that might be another like solidification of what is it? Yeah, so like solidification or affirmation that it's like I get whatever I want, right? Basically, because it's like, see, that's a problem with living in creative mode, right? Like when you live in creative mode, it's kind of scary because it's like you can like literally create anything, and you're just like scared that it's like, damn, if like I can generate a thought that makes someone just appear in physically, right? Because this isn't the first time this has happened, right? This has happened many times. So it's like, it gets me kind of scared because I'm like, damn, it's like, what if I accidentally think the wrong thought? You know what I mean? And it's like that's me being afraid of my own power, because it's like, if I think something that I don't want to think, then it's like, what if that happens, because if I'm powerful enough to think about somebody, and like, it's one thing to think about someone and they text you, right? Which that also happened. This guy's looking at me like he's doing nothing wrong, bro. You're walking in the middle of the street, bro. You're walking in the middle of the street. This guy turns around, looks at me like he's not doing anything wrong. Like, you have a whole sidewalk, bro. You have a whole sidewalk. He's lucky I don't have a horn, because he's walking in the middle of the street. He's literally walking in the middle of the street. And it's like, I understand if you want to walk in the middle of the street, walk in the middle of the street. I don't care. But if you're walking in the middle of the street and I'm flashing my lights at you, and you look back at me like like you're not, like I'm doing something wrong. It's like, anyways, whatever. Solidification, right? I'm solidifying that I manifested it, right? Like I get what I want. I solidify that I get everything that I want. If I want something, I get it, right? I'm solidifying that. And that's basically like the same thing as like how construct is like the same as manifest. Solidify is the same as affirm. So it's like when you say affirmations, right? Those are two things that like no one can ever tell me that those things don't work. Because all right, I'm gonna tell you guys real quick my actually I'm gonna make another video, so I'm gonna call it like proof that affirmations work. So with that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, it's DM me on Instagram at NickTorres at 6 videos. Make a video talking about your questions. Also don't forget to subscribe to my Patreon to donate to my charity hand on my links in the description.